Greetings, Uncle Ross. How are you? I hope this finds you back in Sumner. I think it does. I've been monitoring your movements, and yeah, reasonably good sources tell me that you're back home, so that's good. And I hope that that pint or two that you got the other day is working some wonders. I thought I'd just I thought I'd just give you a video message because then you can sort of like drop into it whenever you want, and I don't need to sort of like synchronize phone calls and all that kind of jazz. So I think my last installment was driving home. So given the fact it's self-isolation at the moment, it seems appropriate that I give a video from home. And I thought there might be a couple of little features that I'm going to share with you around the place, which I think you'll like. At the moment, it's just me and Ziggy here. The girls have just popped down to Claudia's shop that is now trying to operate as an online business. So, yeah, they're down there doing some photography stuff. And for me, I'm in the second week of school holidays, and school here will return back next Wednesday, but won't be the same as per normal. Most schools will be just doing distant ed program across all of term two. For my school, it may be a little bit different because they're saying that schools will be open for kids that can't be supervised at home. So that will be like kids of medical staff or the health profession, essential services, and also those kids that may be of the highly vulnerable. And so that's us at the other end of things. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm just enjoying a nice whole holiday. And, to be quite honest, obviously apart from the overlying global tension around the place, absolutely loving isolation. But yeah, I've never really struggled with that anyway. So, yeah. What did I want to show you? I thought, yeah, like I said, we with this house, there's a couple of things that we've sort of done to it, and then I thought I'll flip around the screen because the first. Oh, can I flip the screen? No, I can't. I'm going to turn this thing around. Is these set of windows here, which we picked up. And by the way, this room that we're looking at the moment used to be the old carport. So if I go back into the kitchen area, and you might be able to see that now, but you got a beam across here. That was a wall, and the carport used to be down in there, and so we've turned that into a sunken lounge, if you like. And these windows were the kind of the main feature of it. They're actually 1930s from Lyon in France. Very heavy duty steel, old steel, with a very heavy door and, lovely old, I wonder if I can see that properly. Oh, there's old Coo. Big old fashioned keys and what have you. So that was sitting in Brunswick in a warehouse in Brunswick, and probably about 12 different pieces. No, not a piece of glass in there. And Claude's dad, Julio, he came down, and as an ex-fitter and turner, he went to task and also taught me how to weld. And we pieced it all together, and that is now our main sort of feature. We're quite proud of that one. It's a nice little piece. Another, you'll probably appreciate this one as well. You can see that little inbuilt bookcase. Again, that was Julio and Claude. They made that one painstakingly, and we created a little recess in there for that to sort of go in. But that came up all right. So yeah, coming out of the carport, I'll walk you around a couple of little spots where so we've got just one big open living that used to be not like that. You can see a big beam coming across here. That was a wall which we took out, put a steel beam across there to sort of like, because it's quite a big span, that really opened up our living room into what is now one big open space, as well as putting in those sliding doors that comes off our little deck into our yard. And just down that road there, Rosco, going down here, we're, I don't know, 400 metres from the water, from the coast. So, yeah, cute little spot. There's Mr. Ziggy. Say good day, Uncle
Hi,
Ross. And what I want to show you here, I was going to show you, you might appreciate a couple of these little bits of art. This one here, Rosco, is taken by an artist that we kind of follow, a guy called Peter Drew. And he does these, I guess it was like these national identity question paste-ups all around the city. And this guy here, it's a historic photo from the 1850s, and a Pakistani guy by the name of Mongol Khan, who was one of many cameleers that were brought into Australia as camel specialists in the mid to late 1800s, that really kind of were people that helped open up Australia into, I guess, in terms of that inland travel. And of course, and that particular picture here with the symbol Aussie under there was brought up as a political campaign around sort of Australia Day and sort of questioning national identity. But I do quite like that one there. And there's our mate Ziggy down there, which we had a little bit of fun doing some paint up stuff with him and his dog and what have you. Okay, where are we going? Kitchen wise, we're still it's totally fine, but I bought a kitchen off Trade Me or Gumtree here, and they call it in Australia, and that's currently sitting in our garage waiting to be installed. So even though I actually had thought that during these holidays I might try and get that kitchen in, but it just didn't, I don't know, it wasn't in quite the mood to rip it all out while we were heavily reliant on the kitchen, it seems like, at the moment. Just navigating around here, you might recognise a couple of these little pictures here. Moving down the hallway, and this picture here, I want to bring you. You'll be interested in this one, right, Rosco? But Claudia turned 50 back at the end of February, and there was a bunch of things I did as a for her birthday, but one of which was going to this photographer that uses old wet plate. You know, like I guess it's not the daguerreotype, you know, but it was kind of not too far beyond that. But he makes a colloidal plate, wet plate, and or is it barrier chrome, one of the two, and you get your subject sitting there. They take the photo, and then he pops downstairs into his dark room, and he sort of like develops that up on this. It's a metallic plate. So just he was very interested in sort of seeing, he felt like a lot of people's ancestry would sort of start, their story would start being a bit more prevalent in the style of photography. So anyway, we got one done with Claudia and also one with Coco, and I think they're kind of quite special, and certainly you can see, I might even turn this light off, get a slightly better look at it maybe, I don't know. certainly you can see the Native American influence, Mapuche, um, in Claudia, and then again also in Coco. Um, so yeah, I just thought they were quite special. Um, Bits of photos actually, and we actually had a few years back we got Coco's one of those ancestry.com DNA testing kits done, and as well as Julio, which is Claude's dad, um, and yeah, Coco's came up as um, around 20% as Native American. Mapuche is South Native American. Um, so yeah, interesting. Um, what else have I got to show you here? Oh, and of course, that one's one that you'll be very familiar with. And I don't know whether I've already told you much about the time that I went to the Green Lake. I think it was I spent New Year's Eve there in 1995. I drove up there in my little blue van and parked up and walked into the Green Lake and had New Year's Eve in there by myself, and tried to replicate that photo, although I was coming from a more northern part of the lake. This one here with Grandad, I think he has kind of come out as the more southern side. But yeah, I do have a photo of that somewhere around there of me trying to replicate that photo. Which, if you haven't seen it, we'll try and dig that out at some stage. And then we've got our just our bathroom through here, and we've got it's three smallish bedrooms just coming off. So it's a cute little place, Rosco. Quite humble, but we've made it a lovely little home, and managed to open it up into what's kind of now sort of more a modern, open family living. What we used to be, it's 1981. This house, and it was it was well looked after, and by an elderly lady. So, that's us, my man. I hope you guys are all okay, and Auntie Christine's well, and we'll look forward to maybe speaking to you soon. In the meantime, I hope you're well and enjoying having a lot of family around you at the moment, I guess, even though you probably can't see a lot of them. I'm sure you'll be feeling them around you. So we're one of those also that we're sending our love to you. And yeah, hopefully we might speak soon. Okay, my mate. Take care. Love you. And till next time. Bye.